mishaps during the competitions, and I'm sure she would love this year to put all that behind her.
She had a wonderful team qualification. And for anybody who's listening that hasn't heard the wonderful news, the wonderful women's British team has qualified for the Olympics next year. They qualified in 6th position. It was absolutely incredible and a wonderful achievement from the girls.
Absolutely fantastic. Something I'm not sure any of us really expected. We knew they were a good team. They married Beth's experience with some very exciting, talented youngsters. 15-year-olds on their first occasion at World Championships. But, you know, the question was always whether they could all hold it together and just how they would handle the pressure, but they were magnificent. If I say we did not have to carry a single fall in that team competition, which I think we were probably the only team in the women's competition that did that.
And of course making history, being the first women's British team ever to qualify for the Olympics.
Not the first time we've ever qualified for the Olympics, but the first time we've ever qualified for team finals. So we took part in the team final, which was a very big event for everybody. Beth didn't work because it was felt that it was one competition too many for her, saving her for this competition, the other apparatus finals as well. But it was a tremendous moment for the whole of the team.
Beth is just warming up on vault, she said there, and she's looking good. She was doing well in training, but she has had a bit of time to rest. And how do you think she'll feel, you know, coming into this competition today? I mean,
well, I'm hoping she'll feel quite relaxed. I mean, the whole of this year, really, in British gymnastics, the whole focus has been qualifying a team for the Olympics. Even though we were 6th, and it sort of feels, well, surely top 12 was no worry. Everybody is quite closely compressed, all the teams really, other than China and USA. All the other teams are very tight, and if you came and had a terrible competition, a couple of falls on each piece, it would have been quite possible to drop out of the top 12. So our whole focus has been top 12. We've achieved that now. Everybody can relax and just enjoy the rest of the competition.
Of course, Beth has been riddled with injuries, and so is this gymnast we're looking at here, Anastasia Lukin, but she's back now competing in the all-around and looking to make a real impact here in Stuttgart.
Yes, I think she, like Beth, will want to put behind them the occasions when they haven't quite done as well in the all-around as they'd have hoped. She's got a bit of experience now, 18 years old. She's not a baby any longer, come through a bit of injury, and she'll be very keen to win today, I think.
Nice to see Steliana Nistor here from Romania. She qualified with the highest score, and she's always kind of traditionally for her been outside of the medals. You know, she seems to be the gymnast that classically finishes 4th every time.
But she's quite a cool customer as well. We'll see. She's the Romanians did very well. They came in 3rd in the team event, and she'll be pleased with that. And again, a bit like Beth, everything else now a bonus, I think.
There's the current world all-around champion, Vanessa Ferrari from Italy. She qualified down in 5th, surprisingly.
Yeah, even the greats show nerves, and she did. But Christine posed the question back in Aarhus whether so much had come to her so young, as Beth, whether Ferrari could keep up the momentum, and you were right to call that, Christine, because I think, you know, there are signs.
Well, I think she's carrying a little bit of an injury. You saw her sort of walk away a bit uneasily. Here we see Beth warming her vault up. So we'll be happy if it's like that in the competition. Yes. But so I think with Ferrari, she's also young. She's, you know, she's growing. Her body is changing, and her performances have to change to accommodate that.
And this gymnast here is preparing to take the world by storm. We'll talk more about her a little bit later on as we move over to beam. Well, there she is. She's back again. Shawn Johnson. She's a wonderful, compact gymnast. She did well at the team event. And this is where we're going to be starting. Opening the competition, women's all-around. This is the gymnast that everyone's talking about. From the USA, Shawn Johnson.
And this is a strong